Hello, it's Wyatt with Wildfire Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu here. This is the first video in our Introduction to Jiu-Jitsu series or beginner series, whatever we decide to call this. And we're going to be covering today your first couple of belts in Jiu-Jitsu. The first belt you're going to get your very first day, we strap it on you as soon as you get a gi, is your white belt. Now, your white belt means that you are brand new, you are a blank slate. Your white belt in Jiu-Jitsu means everybody that is a belt ahead of you, which will be everybody, is looking out for you. Now, a common misconception is that here at Wildfire, we don't let white belts roll together. And while that is partially true, that is not the entire truth. We don't let white belts roll together without any structure or without any supervision. So if you're going to be rolling with another white belt, you are going to be supervised by a higher belt, and we are going to be putting you in positions where you can actually practice some jiu-jitsu that you've learned. You might be doing guard breaks and passes. You might be doing mount escapes, side control escapes. Long story short, you're not just going to be rolling just however with another white belt. The reason being, by the nature of being a white belt, it means that you don't know any jiu-jitsu right now. So if I put one white belt against another white belt and just let them do anything, they're not going to be doing jiu-jitsu, they're going to be fighting. And we are not a fight club, we're a jiu-jitsu school. So when you're a white belt, you can roll with any other advanced belt. And you can roll with them and they will take care of you. They will make sure that you don't hurt yourself. Rolling with another white belt, again, you will be under supervision and under structure. So how do you get your promotion from white belt? The first thing you're going to do is continue to come to class, and you'll be provided with the Team Rhino curriculum. The curriculum for white belt is a series of 5 drills that will consist of about 65 moves, and they will take you from white belt to the next belt, which is green belt, which we'll get into here in a second. The drills are named after the belt levels. They don't correspond with what belt you get after you learn them. It's just to help you know the ranks in jiu-jitsu. So the drills that you need to learn for your white belt or to move up from your white belt will be the white drill, green drill, blue drill, purple drill, and brown drill. Again, 5 drills consists of about 65 moves. For each drill that you learn at white belt, you will get a stripe on your belt, up to 4 stripes, and then your 5th stripe, you should be about ready for your green belt test. Your green belt test, again, belt testing is contentious in jiu-jitsu. We're very open, we're up front. It is a $35 test, and we video it and we send it to the home office in Boise, and Keith or Todd or one of the other black belts will review your video and give you a pass or a fail. This moves you up to your green belt. Now, green belt is not in every jiu-jitsu system. It is in the Team Rhino system, it is in the Sala Ribeiro system, and in the Gracie University system, they don't use a green belt. They used to use a technical blue belt, and now they use a white belt with a blue stripe running down the middle. We use green belt because that's what we use. For the sake of a competition, a green belt is still a white belt. I've spoken with Fuji Sports, Victory Grappling, Naga, IBJJF. They're not unfamiliar with the green belt, but they do still consider it a white belt. What does your green belt mean here at Wildfire Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu inside the Team Rhino system? It means you are a green belt. Obviously, for competition's sake, you're still a white belt, but you are a white belt that can roll with anyone. No longer will you be limited to specific, structured, supervised rolling, but you can just clap in and roll with anyone. At green belt, you will know enough to keep yourself safe. To go from green to blue, there's an additional 4 drills. Those drills, again, you will still need to know the white, green, blue, purple, brown drill, but now to advance, you will also need to know those previous 5 drills, and those will be the black, red, master, and grandmaster drill. Again, all of these drills are named after the ranks of jiu-jitsu. We don't typically stripe the green belt in here. We need to start doing that. It's just a bit of laziness, honestly, but you should get 1 stripe for each of the drills that you know. So to go from a white belt to a green belt will take anywhere from 0 days. If you've done jiu-jitsu before and you know all the moves and you feel confident in them and doing them the Team Rhino, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, Pedro Sauer way, then you can test for your green belt the very first day. There's no limitations on that. However, If you're brand new to jiu-jitsu, it will take you about 3 months at minimum. So from about 3 to 9 months, you'll be a white belt, and then you'll be a green belt. And you'll be a green belt anywhere from 6 months to a year at most. Maybe some people go 1.5 years. Again, it depends on how much you're at jiu-jitsu and how dedicated you're training. Typically, we'll just say going twice a week, you will be a white and green belt, some combination of the two, anywhere from 6 months to 2 years. Again, 6 months is the very shortest that anyone has ever gone to blue belt, and that was someone that was a very accomplished wrestler, and he was, you know, national level wrestler in high school, and he learned very quickly. If you come consistently twice a week and are really dedicated, and at the end of 2 years you don't have your blue belt, that is a failure on me. And we'll discuss that at a later time. That's on me to get you ready for your blue belt. So again, to go from, oh, I dropped it. To go from white to green, maybe 3 to 9 months, somewhere in there. To go from green to blue, 9 months to a year, somewhere in there. Again, at these levels, it's about replication, not application. So if you're not getting the arm bar when you roll, if you're not getting a certain sweep when you roll, it's not a disqualification from getting your blue belt, but you need to know how to do them when prompted in a drill. It's a little bit like a kata in old world karate. The drills require a partner, they're very intense, and as anyone that has gotten to a blue belt will tell you, they don't give the blue belt away. Keith does not give you a blue belt, you go out and you earn a blue belt. Once you've hit blue belt, the stripes no longer go with drills. Anything from blue belt and higher, the stripes are a recognition of time. So from blue belt until you get your black belt, each stripe represents at least 100 hours at that belt. So to quickly recap, white belt, the stripes will mean your drills, your first 4 drills. You'll test for your green belt once you've mastered the 5th drill. The green belt, let me get the stripe end here. The green belt, the stripes will represent the last 4 drills, so a total of 9 drills here to go to your blue belt. Once you're at blue belt, the stripes are a recognition of your time, class time at that belt. So I hope that lets you know where you need to start. Start learning your drills, start studying them, find a partner, find an advanced belt. Everyone in here knows the drills. That's the advantage of systematizing our jiu-jitsu and our promotion, is that literally anyone in class that has a higher belt than you can help you learn the skills that you need to know to advance in jiu-jitsu. Again, you can know more skills, you just need to show a base proficiency at the assigned skills. This is how we know every green belt we turn out, every blue belt we turn out being we in the Team Rhino system is at least proficient in these maneuvers. We know that they can at least do that much. This video is getting a little bit long. I appreciate you watching. Thank you for joining Team Rhino and Wildfire Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu if you already have. If not, now you know how our belt system works. The green belt's a little bit weird if you're coming from some other jiu-jitsu schools, but again, it's becoming more common to have an intermediary belt between white and blue. We'll talk soon. Go train.